but has not been on the race course yet to really do anything. And they had issues yesterday with a bunch of milfoil that got hooked up in the boat before it ever left the dock. Boat in front of Aaron out there is Mr. Jeff Snyder, Bernie Snyder as we love to call him. That is the Calypso 2. Just a tad more coming by right now. CE1, Dan Surface. Boat coming down the front stretch right now. E26. Water Scamp, Randy Christensen. Reverend Randy Christensen. Jeff Snyder, NE1, Calypso 2. Boat that his dad was the national high point in, and I want to say 1971. Mr. Frank Snyder did a great job. And it looks like Aaron's got issues with the Ruby 2. I'm guessing that if it doesn't do better than that, they will bring the boat back. And I understand. All right. The green boat, Ron Magnuson. Josh Hayes in the JV in water, the E66. And unfortunately, Ruby 2 has gone dead. Jeff Snyder and the Water Scamp. Down to 1:19. How are you, Doug? Good to see you. Well, the engine got hot yesterday. They also had a rocker arm that was real loose for some reason. Like Randy said, everyone but the one was in good shape. The one was loose. Who knew? So obviously they've got issues probably with the engine there, and he'll get that sorted out. I know he's planning on coming back for Moses Lake next month. And if you want to see vintage only, we will put on a whale of a show over there at Conley Park, 20th, 21st of next month. Should be a great show. All right, Aaron has gotten fired. I'm sure he'll head back to the pits if he can keep it going, just to get it out of the way, make sure he's not a nuisance for everybody else. All right, good start. Jeff Snyder leads them across. Gangrene second, JB and Water. Just a tad more, and Water Scamp. Well, I know that's not the way he wanted this to go, and I know Randy didn't want it to go that way, but get that back to the pits, and all right. Well, he got across the start line at least. Have a good day, Kevin. Kevin Porter headed up to one of his chariots for the day. All right. Josh Hayes in the JB Water, Gangrene, and a Water Scamp. Nice to see people paying attention. You saw Dan Surface coming down here. He saw Aaron, made sure he stayed wide of him, gave him plenty of room, and, pulled his foot out of the throttle a little bit. If we were in a racing situation, I guarantee he'd have gone by there full tilt. All right, watch Dan Surface come off the corner there and accelerate up, catching up with the water scamp boat that was owned originally by my neighbor as a kid, Ben Lang, gentleman that owned Lang Towing out of Seattle. It's great growing up in a neighborhood with racing all around you. Gangrene, JB Water, Calypso. Randy Christensen get in the water scamp. That boat, it's an old Philly. In its day, I think, if memory serves me correct, that was a world record holder. Way back when. A lot of different people have driven that boat over the years. Donnie Benson, for one. I'm sure Bruce McDonald's been in the seat as well. Some really great names of our sport from the Northwest here. Very fast. Steve Kramer had that boat for many, many years. He and Don Kelson restored it. You see Jeff Snyder come down there and got to give it a little toot as he's coming down to the chute and catch him right at the start-finish line. We'll see which one gets there the first this time. Fun to watch that. We don't get Jeff out very often these days. Love to have the boat out more. It is a beautiful boat, and it is original. Engine, everything is correct. See the nice ride coming out of these two right here. Water's getting a little lumpy. Anytime you get that many boats out there, it starts to get a little lumpier. All right, they're going to come around, get their checkered flag this time. You see Jeff is hanging back a little bit. All right, we're hearing our K-Pro runabouts are ready to go in the pit. So as soon as these are off the water, we will have K-Pro runabout. All right, Josh Hayes, Ron Anderson, and Jeff Snyder. And Bernie's got his hand up coming off the course. The other two will go around and finish on the far side over there as the other two boats are yet to come across the start-finish line. Time to get on it, boys. Make that bonsai to the start-finish line. One of the things we do in vintage is you're assigned a lane, which, unlike HRL, is not for racing purposes. It's just to keep everybody where they need to be. And Randy Christensen is coming outside, got his hand up, made a decision. For whatever reason, he's going to slow it down and bring it back to the pits right away. And it seems to be running okay, so he's just obviously made that decision. Looks like Dan Surface is going to go around and hopefully cut the course, come back across. As you watch today, outboards, tunnel boats are going to do different things as far as crossing the course. If you're in an inboard, a vintage boat, doesn't matter. You only go from back to front. And as far as cutting the course, you have to merge back in without interfering with the boats that are coming down the straightaway. Outboards, OPC can do just about anything they want. They can actually do donuts in the middle of the course out there. And sometimes they do. So all a different way of the rules being set for everybody. Dan and the guys over there in Albion, Washington did a great job doing that boat. A lot of work to restore that. I had the boat. I think I got that in about 2007 or 8, and started on it. And then other projects came in, and it got put on hold, and then sold it to one guy. He took and put a deck on it and did a not very good job, and sat for a while. Came back to me. He actually gave it back to me, and I ended up selling it for him. And John Teets got the boat and didn't do anything with it for quite a while, and now Dan acquired it and has restored it. It's out there.